Item on the agenda is the Spreydon Heathcote Community Board, and we have Paul McMahon. Thank you very much. And again, we've got a straightforward report at the beginning, so we'll have I think a Tim Scandrett, Phil Clearwater motion to receive the report. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. Carried. And then over to item 16, which has got another. Actually, it doesn't have a. Yeah, that's right. This is a straightforward one as well. So we'll have a Clearwater Scandrett motion to receive the report. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. Carried. And then we move over to clause 17 or item 17. And I'll invite Paul McMahon to speak to the report.
All right, thank you, Madam Mayor. Well, the first, I'll just address the Part A items because I know that you have a very full agenda. So the first Part A item has already been dealt with because it was on the part of the record and web room. So I'll move on to the next one, which is that the board, it says, the board recommend that the council put a stay on the demolition of Opawa St Martin's Plunkett Toy Library building and ask for urgent information regarding the potential demolition of the building. The board notes that it is of the view that previous decision the board made in support of the demolition was made on the basis of insufficient information regarding heritage status and the costs of restoration to minimum building standards. And so the board would very much like the support of the council for this and of course the following resolution to rescind the decision. And I've been in contact with the community. Now, this came as quite a shock to members of the community that this building was going to be demolished. And I've had contact also with the previous occupants of the building. And it does look to me like they don't really have a solution to the accommodation problem that they have. They have temporary solutions, and they'll be moving between a few of those.
Okay. Well, we have a resolution, so I'll get the resolution on the table. So, and the resolution, which is a report in the name of the acting chief executive, as it is a former resolution of council, to revoke the resolution that where the council resolved to approve the demolition of the St Martin's Opawa Toy Library, and Phil Clearwater will move that, and Tim Scandrett will second it. So now I will open it up for discussion. Glenn Livingstone.
Thank you. Can I ask a question of staff about this? Who can I ask?
What's the question?
What's the question?
Sure. The question is both reports, both this and Rickett and Wigram, say from a staff perspective that council would consider this as part of the LTP process.
No. So we've dealt with that. I mean, that's already dealt with. So we've dealt with it under the previous one. So we do not.
Both are saying the same.
No, but we don't need to deal with it. We've dealt with it under the previous report, and Paul McMahon's accepted that that's the decision that the council has made.
My question is why it wouldn't be just part of the annual plan process.
But we have changed it to the annual plan process. Yeah. That's what we did in the previous one. Yeah. Okay. Right. Are there any comments or that anyone would like? Phil Clearwater?
Look, I urge councillors to support this. In the original report that the Community Board received and Council received, in fact, there was no reference at all to the heritage aspects of the building. And clearly the community see that there is a lot of character and history attached to this building, which I think is about approximately 80 years old.
Yeah. Paul,
and when you consider the loss of heritage across the city, this is an 80-year-old building and one of the few buildings of that age still standing. Right. It's a cherished public library, and I really do think that even though it's not listed, that it should be considered by the council as a heritage building.
Thank you. Yanni Johansson.
Thank you. I think it's important just to put this into context. When this first came for a request for demolition, the committee actually said that we wanted the community board to provide its view. It did provide the view that it should be knocked down, but I'm happy to rely on what the community board, the new community board, want us to do. I think we've talked about giving greater powers to community boards, and I think it's really important we listen to their concerns. So happy to support it. This is the other thing you should note about this building is it's not a dangerous building. It's not a building that needs to be knocked down because it's going to fall over and hurt someone or kill someone. It's a building that has actually got a residual value. The the issue for council is the fact of the cost of bringing it up to earthquake code is considerably more than we have insurance for, and what the damage is. So that's really the issue that council saw last time, as why you might consider not fixing it, because you'd obviously do something with that land and put that money into a joint facility. But I really think we should listen to what the community board is saying. In this case, it is a local facility, and if they value it, then I have no problem with this resolution.
Just in case you haven't noticed, there was $58,000 of work done, re-roofed and new spouting in August 2011, and then repair works valuing $30,162. And the building would cost more to replace than it would to strengthen. So I don't think it would be good use of council money to knock it down anyway.
Well, I mean, I think that with the passing of this resolution, it goes back to the community board for further consideration and discussion with the local community. So I'll put the resolution. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. Carried. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, and I have to now have a resolution which I think will be a Clearwater Scandra resolution, that we receive the report. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. Carried. So we've dealt with item 17A as well, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Councillor.
And now we deal with delegations under the new building control organisational structure. Is there somebody who will move the... Yep.
Just wondering if it might be appropriate to deal with the items that the community board chairs are waiting for, so they don't have to hang around. Isn't there the Edgeware Master Plan and the pit? Just a suggestion. I don't know how you feel about changing the...
I don't think we'll take very long to get there. Yep. So